Well, guys, the racing season for Barney is over. Worked my butt off last week trying to get this thing put back together after our axle break at Muncie. Busted the driver outer axle really bad, ripped the spindle off of the axle as well. Had a spare axle out here. Threw it all back together best we could with what we had out here and got to drive it yesterday. I put thicker fluid in the transmission. I think I want to go to a tighter converter, so put a little bit thicker fluid in it. Just kind of band-aid that, give me an idea what was going on. Went for a drive around the block. We were about 5 miles from the house, and it is not good. So the truck starts up, drives, goes in gear. We don't have lockup. This valve body has given me fits on and off since I put it in there with a really slow lockup engagement. I don't love it, and it's hard to tell if you're locked or not, even at the track, just the way that it engages. Most of the time on these 47s, when you flip the lockup switch, like, you feel it. This valve body's never been that way. But it's something we can piddle with and get through. But we go out here on the road trip and get a little bit of white smoke when you're accelerating, nothing crazy, and it cleans up. Truck's driving good. Get out there and I run the truck up to about 3,200 RPMs in second gear and then shower down on it. And we shower and rip her into third gear at like 4,500 RPMs, and it just stays at 4,500 RPMs and keeps on going. So we stuck a rack somehow or another. If you look back at the videos of my in-cab video at the racetrack, you'll see that the RPMs went absolutely nuts during that break. And my first thought when I was in the truck was my rack stuck. And we got it all shut down, but after getting out and nerves calming down, it's like maybe my leg just wasn't reacting as fast as my brain needed it to, because that all happened in just milliseconds. It was just poof, it happened, right? And this is 2 times in a row though. So it broke at wide open throttle. We drove it around and put it back together. The first wide open throttle run on the road, it stuck. Thank God we were in third. I could kind of control it with the brakes, give me a little time, some comfort zone to get everything shut down. What's weird is it'll fire right up. The rack's not stuck. It's not a linkage issue. The rack moves, the fuel shutoff works, and you can drive the truck. It only happens at wide open throttle, and it's done it back-to-back times. So we've got something going on where I've scuffed a barrel and plunger, and it's not liking it at the big RPMs and kind of hanging, or I kind of think I might have a governor issue where we may have flung those weights open so fast, so violently when I broke that axle that maybe we damaged some type of pin or a weight or something in that governor assembly. And it's a shame. I could rip this pump off and rush and try to get it all put together in 2 weeks. But at the end of the day, the truck is still untested with the new injectors. I've not run the number yet. We're getting really close. There's a lot of stuff we just got to piddle around with. The two-wheel drive thing has proven to be incredibly difficult at this 1,000 horsepower-ish mark. Getting the chassis to react to take that, we are struggling. The four-wheel drive stuff is just nice because you can hit it with everything you got. You got 4 wheels turning. On this two-wheel drive thing, you hit it and that back end's got to be able to take it. The whole chassis's got to do everything it's supposed to do, and that is a fight when I'm not going to turn this truck into a 4-link. We're not going to put coilovers in the front. It's a street-legal factory truck, and that is what I want to keep it at, and that has become almost certainly a limitation here. So trying to figure out how to get through that. We've got a pump issue. I need to check the bearings on this thing. We spun it to the moon. Cam bearings, rod bearings, all that crap needs looked at. Transmission needs to be looked at. I was hard at it on UCC. Got the temps up to 230 in Kentucky. Round robining this thing. Want to put a different converter in it. So Barney's out for this year. unless maybe I get it going for the last test and tune of the season at like a local track or something. We'll be out at Shides in the red truck, screwing around in the first gen, have some buddies' trucks out there. I don't know if I'm going to drive it or if my little brother will be out there driving it, but we'll be out there in the red truck having some fun. But the race truck is done for the season. I've got to get some stuff in order. I'm not out here to get hurt. I have no desire to come out here and get hurt, not be able to do what we enjoy doing. It's simply not worth it. So we're going to make it right before I get back in the thing and try to go fast. So that's what we got. Frustrating, but what we got.